now, and I feel like he should help me around the house with the bills. So I told him starting
For
February.
what? No.
I told him starting February 1st, he's gonna start paying $500 a
For
month,
what?
and then he's gonna start paying his cell phone. I've been paying his cell phone since he had a cell phone since he was 7. You paid your phone bill like 2 times.
Okay, today I want to talk about children abandoning their elderly parents when they hit old age. And I think this is going to be a big problem in less than 5 years. You're going to start seeing these type of stories happen all over the place. Homeless parent with dementia, elderly people homeless with, all kind of diseases and stuff. And people are going to be like, well, where's their kids? And da-da-da-da, right? And I want you guys to, read the comments that people were posting from this video saying, I can't stand mothers like this. Don't have kids if you can't afford them. Yeah, he could pay his cell phone, but let him save and invest. Everybody pretty much has the same sentiment that, listen, your children aren't there to be your helpmate, okay? You're supposed to give to your children. Your children aren't supposed to be giving you money and helping out with bills and stuff, okay? That's what a husband is for, okay? And especially in the black community, because I'm a product of this too, but although I wasn't really forced out, what happened was me and my friends beat up the security guard, and then we spray painted a bunch of gang signs and stuff on the side of the apartment and stuff. So I was forced to get off the property, and so I had to go move out when I was about 19. I got my first apartment at 19. But that doesn't negate the fact that my mom's been telling me since I was like 9 or 10, as soon as you 18, you got to get out my house. You got to get out my house. And I should also add that my mom lost her house in the 2008 housing crisis. And up until that point, my mom she bought me a car, so I never had to pay for I eventually had to pay for a car, but she bought me a car when I was 15, so I didn't have to worry about that. But she did make me take one bill in the house, which I took the PG&E, which is like the electric bill, right? And I got me a job at Sonic Burger, and I understood. But here's another thing my mom did for me but only when I was 15. She hasn't did nothing for me ever since then. But she put me on her American Express card as like a card user or something like that. So I had my own American Express card, and she was trying to teach me how to, and I think it only had like a $200 limit or something like that. So, she was teaching me how to make sure you pay it all back, and you buy stuff on your American Express, and then you make sure you pay it all back, and it'll help build your credit. So my mom was doing something, to teach me about money and stuff like that. And she also gave me the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that's kind of like how I learned how to trade stocks and stock options, and that's kind of what I do now. However, there is a thing in the black community of kicking your kids out of the house at 18, or making them feel like they're not wanted even when they're like 12 and 13. Oh, as soon as you're 18, you got to get out of my house and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And I agree with the people in those comment sections when they said, oh, and this was funny when they said, oh, well, good luck living in the old folks' home. And one of the dudes said, oh, and then you're going to wonder why your kids don't even come and talk to you for 2 and 3 years at a time type thing. And that's what I'm kind of going through with my mom right now, because, see, another thing I think about, especially black parents, is they think you're their property. So they don't feel like they have to earn your respect, or they don't feel like they have to, they feel like they could just, you're their property. If they want to beat you, they can beat you. And when they get old, you're just supposed to take care of them. They're entitled to you taking care of them because, well, you're my son or you're my daughter, so you're just supposed to do this or whatever. I don't think they can fathom that, hey, you treated me wrong. That's the reason why I don't talk to you anymore type thing. So Anyway, like I said, this is something that I'm going through with my mom, where I've had to literally tell her, I've had to say, like, you know what, Mom, for the past like 15, 20 years, because I'm damn near 40. I'm 37 now, right? And like I said, she hasn't done nothing for me since 15, 16 when she bought me the car or whatever. Every time I ask her for something, and when you gonna pay me back? Where's my money at? Hurry up. And you need to get your shit together. Pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Da-da-da-da. My mom is a typical boomer. She was literally born in 1963 and she's 63 years old. So that's the reason why I say in the next less than 5 years, you're going to see a whole lot of vloggers and news clips come out of kids, of basically abandoned parents. Like, you're going to see parents on the streets somewhere with suffering from dementia and all of this and that. And people are going to be like, well, where's their kids? And what do we do with her? Da-da-da-da. And here's the thing. Because your kids don't have any fucking money, nor do they have any space for you to sleep at or stay in their little funky ass 1-bedroom apartment that they're spending $1,500 a month for. You cannot expect these kids to also take on an ailing parent, right? And that's basically what I told my mom. I told my mom, I said, listen, I don't have the resources nor the drive or the will to take care of you in old age. So you're going to have to figure something out. See, my mom doesn't have a husband. She's not a widow either. She got divorced when I was 2. So, and she never remarried, never even. My mom is a very she's a typical strong, independent, don't need no man woman. This woman literally bought herself a wedding ring, a cliche big old rock wedding ring type of ring. I think she spent like $1,400 on it way back in like the 90s. So this is the type of woman my mom is. Very self-absorbed, very selfish, very boomerish, like doesn't care about anything but herself. And so I kind of told her straight to her face, don't ever expect me to take care of you. Also, I should add, during COVID, I nursed her back to health. She had the Omicron. Somehow I didn't even catch the sniffles, but I nursed her back to health because I care about my mom, right? And do you think when she became healthy again, she started, treating me with any type of respect? Absolutely not. So that was kind of like the coup de grace in, the coup d'etat, as they say, the little headshot of me not wanting to take care of her ever again. So anyway, I think this is going to be a major problem. You also see this in YouTube where the kids are talking about, I'm no contact with even right now, I'm no contact with my mom. You know what I mean? But the kids are already kind of like writing their parents off. And a lot of these kids are going to want to help their parents, but they can't because they don't have any fucking money. Okay, and they don't have any fucking money because their loser-ass parents spent their whole life spending money on frivolous stuff instead of making sure they save for college or making sure they save for a down payment on their kids' house so that their kids can get their life started. They don't do nothing for their kids, especially in the black community. Black people, they'll put bills in their kids' names, so now the kid's name the kid got bad credit and he ain't even opened a bank account yet and he got bad credit and shit. This is what black people ain't saving up to buy their kids. Well, I'm not talking about my specific mom, but I'm saying majority of kids in general at my school when I turned 50. That's the reason why I got laid first. I was the first boy with a car at the damn school. So, a lot of the kids when they turned 16, their moms didn't have enough money their moms and dads or parents or whatever didn't give them a car when they was 15. Some of them had to ride the bus to work. Some of them didn't save money for their college. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that makes people like if I have to go and do all of this bootstrap shit by myself, why the fuck would I ever take care of you? Like, you see what I'm saying? There was an excellent video that I really wish I would have saved, but a lot of times when I'm trying to be creative, I'll go on a walk and I'll just listen to podcasts. And there was this one guy and he was saying I think he said there's $140 trillion worth of real estate in this country. And black people only own about 200 billion, which is not even like a percent of a trillion, right? And he was saying, if you are helping your parents out financially and they're not kicking down money to you, you're not going to participate in the great wealth transfer that's going to happen. Okay. And he was saying you're going to end up on Klarna forever if you're not getting tax-free money from an outside source like your parents or whatever. And he was also saying that most houses that are purchased nowadays are purchased using cash and not banks and bank loans or bank institutions, meaning that these are parents buying their kids' houses. And so it dawned on me, it's like, I don't understand how a woman can be anywhere from 60 and 70 years old and still not own anything and still not have no money and not have no man, not have no property, not have no business, not have no nothing. I feel like if you lived your life like that, you deserve to end your life like that. Like, that's not my fault. If you had a head start, you remember that? You remember the story of the tortoise and the hare? And the tortoise wins because the hare is too busy taking I think Looney Tunes made a little funny cartoon about it where Bugs Bunny is making little stops and taking naps underneath the tree, just lollygagging and shit instead of doing what they're supposed to do, right? So that's how I feel about your parents. Like, you were born anywhere from a 16 to a 25-year head start, and when you get to the end of your little road, you don't got a business to pass down, you don't got a house to pass down, so you're going to the old folks' home. You're going to some facility or whatever the government has for you, because it ain't my fault. You know how when you get on the airplane and they say, in case of emergency, don't put the mask on put the mask on yourself first. Put your mask on yourself first before you assist somebody else. So that's exactly what I think a lot of, millennials are going to start doing, especially the older millennials that have the older boomer parents. I think that's the route that a lot of them are going to have to take, is they're going to have to just abandon their parents because they can't afford them. And also, I wanted to insert this clip showing you what happened to Gene Hackman.
After Arakawa's unexpected death from a rare disease, it is believed that the dementia-stricken Hackman may have wandered aimlessly in a deteriorating environment until his own death a week later. A dementia expert stated, "No one should have to die the way Gene and his wife did," highlighting how quickly a home can descend into chaos without proper care. "A person with Alzheimer's at his advanced stage cannot cook, clean, nor care for themselves," the expert added. Post-retirement, Hackman and Arakawa, 65, adopted a secluded lifestyle in Santa Fe with their 3 dogs. Bodycam footage from deputies depicted the yard in disrepair, with toys scattered and foliage overgrown. Friends revealed they hadn't seen Hackman since before the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and family members had not heard from them in months. Renowned longevity expert Dr. Gabe Mirkin, who did not treat the couple, noted the risks associated with having a single caregiver. If Mr. Hackman had been institutionalized, or had a professional caregiver, he may well have lived to be 100. Sources indicated heart medication belonging to Hackman was found scattered near Arakawa, while the autopsy revealed he...
Alright, so you see what happened to him, right? Apparently he had like 2 or 3 kids, but he was estranged from his kids, and he left his will in his wife's name. So not only did he die and the kids got nothing, but he was supposed to give all of his stuff to his wife, who also died. So this is a perfect example of how stupid the boomer generation is and how they don't care about anybody. So, as sad as that is, like, I think a whole lot of boomers are going to end up dying alone in their houses, and people ain't going to find them in there for days because their kids don't talk to them. They don't care about their kids, and they never had good relationship with their kids, and their kids don't take care of them, etc., etc. So it is what it is. It's sad. I don't want it to be that way, but I feel like that's what you get type thing. And I think that's what the boomers is going to get. All right. Have a good one.